Hi guys, this is Moib here from the University of Greenwich. In this video we're going to continue looking at simultaneous equation. So over here on the board I've got another simultaneous equation. This one's slightly different to the one we looked at previously, but it's going to follow the same principle. Okay? So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to label each of my equations, 1 and 2. So now we've got our two equations labelled, we're going to find one of the variables and change it so that we can eliminate one of the variables. In our case, if we look at the y coefficients, both of these are factors of 15. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the first equation by 5 and our second equation by 3. Okay? What this will do, this will give us a coefficient of 15 for the y variable in both our equations. Okay? So if we perform this operation to the first equation, we're going to have 5 times 5x gives us 25x. 5 times minus 3y is going to give us minus 15y. 5 times 14 gives us 70. Okay, now I'm going to label this equation as our third equation. Moving on to our second equation, we're going to multiply this by 3. So 4x times 3 gives us 12x. Minus 5y times 3 gives us minus 15. As you noticed, both of these equations have a coefficient of minus 15. This will be important later. I'll show you why this is important when it comes to eliminating this variable. 6 times 3 gives us 18. Okay, so now we've changed both of these equations and we've rewritten these as our 3 and 4 equation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the y variable. If we look at both of these, we've got minus 15. The only way that we can eliminate this completely is if we do minus 15y, take away minus 15y, which will equal 0, because two minuses will make a positive. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do our third equation, which is this, take away our fourth equation. Okay, let's see what happens when we do this. 25 take away 12, 12 gives us 13x. Minus 15y, take away minus 15y will give us 0. Okay, so that's been eliminated. And if we do 70 take away 18, that gives us 52. So now we can see that our y variable has been eliminated, so we can forget about this altogether. So we've got 13x equals 52. We can rearrange this to get x equals 52 over 13. If you plug this into a calculator, you get x equals 4. So now we've solved one of the variables. In order to find out our y variable now, all we do is simply plug this x value into our first equation. Okay? So I'll move over here. We worked out x equals 4. X equals 4. And we plug this into our first equation. Okay? So I'll rewrite our first equation. 5x minus 3y equals 14. Okay, we know that x is 4, so we're going to substitute that straight in. 5 times 4 minus 3y equals 14. 5 times 4 is 20, minus 3y equals 14. We're going to rearrange this to get 3y equals, if the 3 goes to the other side, it will become positive. If 14 comes to the other side, it will become minus. So it's going to be 20 minus 14. This gives us 3y equals 20 minus 14 is simply 6. And y would simply become 2. Now that we've got a value for our x and y variable, we can check this by plugging this into our second equation. Okay? So I'm going to rewrite this equation. 4x minus 5y equals 6. X is 4 as we worked out, and y is 2. Now if we're correct, both of these values should satisfy this equation.